Welcome to Hooked on Linux. We're gonna have a bit of fun today. If I can get everything to work together, this is the deal. I'm logging in to my old computer, and my old computer over there is it running? Start. I'm going to start it right now. So over here we're running a version of Linux called Manjaro, and Manjaro is over here, and Manjaro is apparently it's pretty popular. The coming from Windows section here of the, I'm not going to call it a tutorial, but it's the user's it's a user manual kind of thing anyway, coming from Windows, using Manjaro for Windows users. Okay, so here we go. Using Manjaro for Windows users. So if you're migrating, and this is the thing, this is what I want to help people get to where I'm at as a competent and comfortable user of Linux. My preferred distribution is Linux Mint because of the ease of navigation through it. However, different strokes for different folks, and we're going to start looking at we're going to look at different systems. Last week we looked at Fedora, and I got to tell you, Fedora was interesting. For what I use a computer for, I don't think I would ever spend any time on Fedora. But it looks like somebody who's spends their whole life working on a tablet, and this is the kind of area that they feel good about, then that's where they're going to be. So if you want to check out that one, Fedora, I'm going to put the link right up here right now. Check out Fedora. That's the link to the video I did, and well, Fedora, easy to find. Put that in the link too. Oh, darn it. Okay, so Manjaro for Windows users. They're going to explain this to you, and believe it or not, for the decades that I used Windows, and yes, decades, I didn't know this. Windows has drives, and Linux has a hierarchical file system, meaning that I didn't know this. But in Windows, the C drive it says here, generally contains Windows and sometimes data. The D drive, if it's present, contains data and hardly ever contains any Windows itself. All right. Linux, on the other hand, does partitions, not drives. So it has an unlimited number of partitions. They're not disks, they're not drives, they're partitions, and they section out. I can't explain it. And it says here you can mount any partition of a disk anywhere in the file system, repeating that you cannot mount a disk, only a partition under Linux. Okay. And here's the good thing. You can find the official documentation on the Linux file system hierarchical standard here, and really read it. It's a homework assignment number 1. Read that. You don't want to read it. This thing is like 275 pages long of stuff that you don't understand from the beginning. I don't understand from the beginning. Just understand that in Linux everything is a file system. So I'm going to go back over here. I installed Manjaro and there's a couple of things that I'm right off the hop I have an issue with, and all these other things. Okay, desktop there. So at least that looks nicer. So all of our Manjaro things are here. Our utilities, and there's no screen that just shows up that has all of these things on it. So so if I want to look at Arc, okay, so I'm going to look at Arc. I have to click on it here. It's going to open up here. It's an archiving tool. Fine, I can do all this different kind of stuff. Start a new archive, right? That kind of stuff. So now I got to go back down and look at the next utility that I wanted to, instead of just having a window that's open all the time. So I don't know if configure application launcher. I think I'm going to click on that. Let's see what happens here. Icon, name, description, blah blah blah. Always sort application alphabetically. Use compact. List item style. Switch sidebar. Huh. I'm not seeing it. And again, I'm gonna have to on all desktops. No. Move actions. I can't figure that out. I want it to be like I want it to be the way I want it to be, and so I'm having issues with that. So like right now, the favorites, that was all preloaded. So if you do all applications, you're scrolling down, and I guess what I'm saying is that you have to know what you're looking for here. And if you don't know what you're looking for, it's very difficult to browse. So it just makes it challenging, I guess. What I want is like Ubuntu or Fedora had, is an open menu where you just click on it, shows all the apps, and it's like boom, it's right there. Because this is like creates a lot of work. So it has the application launcher and show alternatives, application dashboard, application launcher, application menu. What's a dash? This might be what I want. Let's try the application dashboard. So now if I click on it, what happens? Oh, this looks a little bit different. So this one here, everything at least is gonna, if this stays in the background, I'll be okay. So let's say here I want to look at some pictures. So on graphics, and then I can go to Gwen View, and again I'm here, and I can pick out my pictures and what have you, and then I'm going back to here. Now if it picks up where I left off, it's awesome. It says recent applications, but it's not really what I'm after. I don't get it. Okay, cancel that, and then we go here. I'm going to put that back. Application launcher. That's what it was, wasn't it? Or was it application menu? then let's have a look and see what the menu does. Show turn application menu. I have a feeling this is going to be more like what you would find in Windows. Yeah. So you have to. And this I find harder to navigate. So I'm starting to think that the dashboard. I think the dashboard. That's how I would look at it. So the dashboard. I would work with that. This is crazy. But I still don't know how to find stuff. So somewhere on here we can add some software. And this is there it is. So we have the installer, software installer. So let's do some categories here. Photo and video, right? So we've already got, and here this section here has a little delete button. It's because it's already installed, so don't go making that mistake, thinking that you know, you're gonna get it installed, or that. So we're gonna play around photo and video, LibreOffice Draw. Now remember when you had like Microsoft Office, and you had like Microsoft Draw. That's same. Ocular is a PDF reader. What's this one here? Image scanning application. Oh yeah, scanning software. Everybody needs that. Generates 3D what? LUTs and ICCs, device link profiles. Now that's speaking a language that perhaps I don't know. So, but if that's what you're into, that's what you're into. Like some people that are, if you're an artist or you're a photographer or all of these different things that you would utilize this kind of stuff. I don't. The extent of what I use is, well, photo and video. I'll see if I can find the softwares that I use on a regular basis. I'm going to start with video editing and processing software, Avidemux. So that I would use video editing software. Yep. So I don't know if that's any good or not. You know what? I'm gonna check that for a download, because you know what? In all fairness, I think you have to give everything a fair shake. So the same way that I've done this on Fedora, and I continue to use Fedora, because I want to learn a little bit more. Although I still use every day that my Mint computer runs all the time. So, but that's neither here nor there. So I'm going to try a few things, and we'll see. So yeah, we'll try that one. Blender. Apparently, this is a really good software. I've never used it. It's a 3D creation suite. And I'm thinking it's kind of like Corel Draw, really, that I've never used, so I don't know. So Blender's there. I'm not going to download it. Take pictures and videos. There's camera snapshot. See, this is what I'm looking for if I can connect a camera. So let's download that one as well. Create and copy CDs and DVDs. I'm looking at over here. And then if I downloaded camera from Snapshot, I think I have to download the camera controls for the same. So let's download that one. See, sometimes you got to keep your eyes open, because you can download the software package but it's going to need another kernel. And although I don't know what kernels are and what they do, but sometimes they go hand in hand with the program. And there's cheese. Now cheese, this is for a webcam. So I'm going to hold off on that because I'm going to see if Snapshot does a good job. I've downloaded cheese on other Linux systems. Pardon me. I've downloaded and tried to run cheese on Mint, and I didn't find it very good. So I'm loath to do it again. A clapper, going through a few of these things. Cosmic Media Player, yeah, Media Player is a media player, and it's starting to look to me like every distribution has its own dedicated media player, and I mean, I bet you they're all the same, but they all have different names for them, and because they had to change something in the source code or whatever to make it compatible with the back end of the operating system. Now they have to change the name, but basically they're all the same. Multimedia player for the Cosmic desktop. So every desktop has a different player. Wow. There's Deepin Camera. So Deepin Camera is an image and video capture utility using your PC camera or webcam. Again, I'm going to wait until see what the other camera does when we do all that, right? Digicam, photo management program. So that's just management, okay. And document, all these different things. Wow, I'm glad I'm going through this. Font viewer, fonts, da-da-da-da-da. So these are more image viewers now that we're getting into it. GNOME M Player, media player for, is it GNOME or GNOME? I hear people say GNOME. It's like, this is just just, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. This is a program I use a lot, and it's here too. The GNU Image Manipulation Program, or GIMP. All of my graphics that I do, because I'm so amazing at it, can't you tell? Actually, I'm zero artistically inclined, but I have I managed to pull these together. So I do all my graphics on GIMP. I've gotten used to GIMP. I think its closest Windows related thing is Photoshop. I think it works the same as Photoshop, very close to Photoshop. I only know this because when I'm stuck on not being able to do something, I ask my wife for help, and she is a Photoshop person and says, oh, we do this in Photoshop. And lo and behold, it's the same kind of thing. So GIMP's a good one. I'm going to put that on there. Hopefully all the back end goes with it too. When I say back end, it's like all the little things, the add-ons, the stuff that we never think of because we're users. We don't build them. We just use them. And so builders, like engineers, think differently than the users, the end user, right? It's no fault of nobody's fault. So, all you Linux programmers out there and developers, I hope you guys aren't taking offense, because I'm looking at it from this point of view that I'm having, and my point of view is that I'm a user, not a developer. I'm not a programmer. And so things that are easy to use is what most likely I'm going to head toward. If we go Kodi, put Kodi on your computer. Why? You might as well. I mean, we're spending 80% of our lifetime in front of these friggin' screens. We might as well have an entertainment system there, right? Some people use their machines as a media server. Good idea. Okay, so I rest my case. I don't rest my case. I stand corrected. Screen ruler. What the heck would you use this for? Screen ruler. Huh. I honestly don't see any need for that. But I guess some people use it. MPX. Yeah, that looks familiar. That looks familiar. What's this one? Access. I don't know what that one is. Okay, are we almost through with the photos and video? My God. So you get the clue here. This is all the software apps, they call them, that you can get for your system. I do have some, so I'm going to use some of them. Vid cutter, media cutter. Whenever you see something like this, I'm going to imagine that this is a light duty video editor. General purpose map editor. Map editor. Huh. Again, for developers, right? Videos. Vmax. That's it. Okay, so those are right. So what's else? Music and audio. Oh my! And we're gonna have another long line. There's some standalones that no matter where you go across Linux, you get the same programs creeping up. Audacity, if you have the Audacity, is one of them. I use that program mostly for noise reduction and sometimes to trim audio when I'm doing voiceovers. So Audacity I like. I'm gonna click on that one. And yeah, that one's okay. Make phone calls and SIP calls. This is something I wanted to get into because I thought I don't get a ton of phone calls. Like I don't get a ton of people calling me all the time because I'm just I have a small circle of friends and we text a lot. But if I wanted to get away from that, I could do you know, VoIP calls, voice over internet, and text over internet, and never need a phone, like a cell phone, landline. Landline. I haven't had a landline in 15 years. I don't think anybody's had a landline in 15 years, right? No, they're just gone. I'm gonna download this because if I'm gonna make it work, I'll try it on this system before I figure this out. This is something that this may put an end to our challenges to seek privacy, like internet privacy, more like mobile phone privacy. That's it. That's it. Yeah, I'm getting there. Open source. All this kind of stuff. Goggles Music Manager. That sounds like fun. Okay. Yeah. So, audio and music, these are all these things. There's MPV again. What's that pattern? An old school polyphonics synthesizer. That's kind of cool. It's really kind of cool. Okay. Listen to your favorite shows. Well, podcast listener. That's a nice idea. This one here is, see this one here, Pulse Audio System Tray. That's that's for, it's the back end of audio software. So it's an audio software, and once it gets into your computer, then you can control your audio inputs and outputs through this. So it doesn't change your audio stuff. Just so you know, it doesn't change anything. Just how you can control it changes. That's it. Jack audio connection kit. Don't know what that means. Whatever that goes. There's another synthesizer. These things are cool. It's that productivity. Camera controls for Linux. Oh, that's it there. Now you're getting into all of the office stuff. Project management, mathematics, accounting, all of these different types of software you'll find in productivity. Ghostwriter, distraction-free text editor. There you go. Mail notification program, stuff like this. So these programs become interchangeable with every other program, and like I said, every Linux operating system is going to have their own unique unique software packages. So that's what you get to. Communications and news. There's all these other social media platforms, news organizations. There's a lot of crossover too, stuff that we were seeing on other categories are now in here. Education and science. Nice. Education and science. Different things. Games. Something I do very little of. I don't play games. I don't see the point of it. It's a distraction. Utilities. Yeah. I think utilities are basically to help you get your system in shape, keep your system healthy. Don't do a lot of it. Development, those are for the nerds. I'm sorry to put it that way, but these are software packages and programs that help people do stuff like edit binary files. So that's it. So that's a look at the software. Give me a week or so to play around with some of this stuff, and maybe by the time you see this video, I'll already have a few more things to say about Manjaro. Just doing this, going through it, and having a look. The more you play with it, the more familiar you become with it. I think I could use this system. It's whether or not it has the strength to do what I want it to do, which is video editing, streaming, and things of that nature. So thanks for watching Hooked on Linux. If this video helped you, give me a like, give me comments. Without interaction from you people that watch this, I got no direction. And this has been a backseat hobby of mine for many years. Creating Hooked on Linux is a means of me sharing what I've learned just from experience. But I don't know what's going to help anybody out there unless all of you anybody's, say, hey, found that interesting, but I need to know more about this. Or how about doing a video on that piece of software? Or doing a video on this type of system? That would help. It would help. So would your subscription. So subscribe right now while you're thinking about it. Hit the button, because that we can only help each other. So let's get at her. Thanks for watching.